Greetings everyone, my name is Adderville, and welcome to the first episode of a new series I'm calling Jaunt, where I'll be sampling various game jams. And for this first outing, I'll be showcasing all the titles of Freakjam. For some background context, in January of this year, a private 2-week game jam was held amongst Joe and her game jam friends. The end result was Freakjam 1, a Super Freaks themed game jam where the goal was to make something Freaks themed, or Freak adjacent. 10 games in total. Tonight, I'll be sampling or covering all of them. So first on the lineup is Super Freaks Arcade by SuperFreaksDev. Let the arcade games begin. Keep in mind that for all these games, the following are my first impressions, so I apologize in advance for any silly mistakes or false assertions I'll make. So the objective of this game is to collect 100 orbs in every level. It's like the Pacman Super Pellets. Like for the regular bony M's, I can hop on them no probs. Now, I can choose to exit out of the stage right now, or keep going for more points. And each level is based off a different level in the original Super Freaks. Like the first stage is based off the stadium, this one's based off of Fruit Juice Factory. Freaks in chat. I ran out of charge. Of course, as this is an arcade game, there's a time limit for every stage, so I can't just do this at a leisurely stroll. I like how all the sound effects have been bit crunched to better fit with the arcade limitations. Whoops. Let's get out of here before I run out of lives. Welp, ran out of time. I neglected to see that. It's an arcade game, so death is quick and merciless. Neat, these are like the poles from Donkey Kong. Oh, I forgot there was a second. Whoa. That's it. No chances. That should be enough to get me out of here. Level 4, this is Barrel Canyon. And because this is Barrel Canyon, that means we also have the barrels. This feels very authentic to the arcade era, from the graphics to the music to the simplistic yet difficult gameplay. Whoa. Last stage. This is based off of Castle Cranion. Whoa. I got one of them at least. I gotta get down to one of those stars. Which is, of course, easier said than done. I auto-grab onto these poles. And he accelerated. I simply can't get out of there. The conveyors are too strong, and I auto-grab onto the poles. Let's try Conveyor Castle again. This is one of the situations where the limitations make this tougher. I'll be checking out the character select soon enough, don't you worry. If this was a true arcade game, this would likely have 4 times the number of levels, each designed off a different world. As it stands right now, this is like an abridged version. So the last level is quite a difficulty spike compared to the previous one. And I got unlucky with the number of snappers spawning. You can get boxed into a corner. And that's that. Now, let's check out other characters. Mayor Cheddar from Tacticat, Mr. Shoot'em from Mr. Shoot'em Breaks Out, Kappa from Crystal Heart, Classic Tiki Man from Super Freaks 2006, Gamby, Quincy, Scruffy, Tiki Man, Gamby, King Quincy, back to Scruffy. It's merely a cosmetic skin. This also has a versus mode where 4 players can battle against each other, but I'll save that for later. So far, this is a very solid start to Freakjam. It looks and plays like an authentic indie arcade game, quarter munchers and all that. Second on the lineup is Freak's World by Miles 3D. Onwards to Pseudo Scruffy's lair. Crash 2 to Real. Super Freak Stadium. I knew this was based off of Pacman World. I didn't realize this also took inspiration from Crash Bandicoot, which is a game I'll eventually play. I didn't think this also took some inspiration from Crash Bandicoot. Whoa. Yeah, it was pretty on the nose. So, like the B-bounce. We even got the texture warping. Hi, Ray. This is like authentic PSX era. Look at all the texture warping and wobbling. At least this plays at a consistent 30 FPS. Wait, is there something down there? Hang on. Nope. Do we also have the rev roll? Guess not. Gotta love that crusty 3D graphics. Oh my. Oops, try again. Woof. It could actually be running at 20. Leave it to Miles to make an authentic feeling title. Hey, Gamby. Victory! So we're really doing this, huh? Back to the lair. Fruit juice factory! Now in 3D. Let's hope they filtered the lemonade more this time. Oh gosh. Whoa. I guess this is the faster way. Look at him zoom. Whoops. The taxi cabs are pretty crazy out here. I'm out. Right into its mouth. Give me a few minutes to get used to this game's physics. Man, these pink platforms are deceptively fast. That or my acceleration values are lower than I think they are. Normally I criticize the tutorialization of this, but this was made within 2-3 weeks, so I'm not going to be a hard butt on that point. We rescued King Quincy. It only took 20 lives. Barrel Canyon. Going down the list of iconic levels. Nice! We can shoot red balls. Now this section reminds me a lot of Frogger 3D. I can still shoot bouncy balls off my body. The pink barrels are of course indestructible. You tricked me. One suggestion I'd have is to make more obvious trails for the barrels to follow, like mark it on the ground. Run for your life! Welp, Tiki Man's dead. And that's all 3 levels done. I do have some criticisms with the second and third stages, but seeing as this was made within 3 weeks, I'll leave them be. Miles did a great job. I don't know if I like this more than Super Freaks Arcade, but it's up there with that. Third on the lineup is Razer the Hedgehog Next Gen by EngineerKappa. I'm Razer the Hedgehog. How did I end up here, alone in this empty void, removed from time and space itself? How long has it been? Months? Years? Decades? Breaking the deafening silence, I hear a familiar voice, leading me towards a giant ring on the ground. Razer the Hedgehog, I need your help. An important person A blue hedgehog going by Sonic is in grave danger. His death 18 years ago triggers the end of the world as we know it. I need you to go back in time and save both him and his timeline from their fate. Wait, that's Sonic? Sonic the Hedgehog? Ever since I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with his adventures. Every year, he saved the planet from some new evil alongside his friends. But what went wrong? Why does he need my help all of a sudden? Does that have to do with the empty void I found myself in? Not having any other option, I jump into the giant ring and end up in a lush valley near an ancient castle's ruins. Sonic must be somewhere close, but where? It's funny if I go at this speed. Kingdom Valley. Explosion sound effect from SA1. So we got the air dash, bounce bracelet, and wall jumping. Hang on a sec. Unfortunately, this game's base resolution on my monitor is pretty small. Oh my gosh, we have the SA1 spin dash. I didn't expect the entire scaffold to collapse. Physics so far feel pretty good actually. It's not quite classic Sonic, but it's not trying to be. Plus, this feels like an elaborate scrap post. I love how they use the SA1 robot explosion sound effect. They even use the ball and chain sound effect. Hopefully I won't get graded on this. If I do, it's probably going to be something like a D rank. If I was better, I could have taken the upper route. Goal ring. After making my way through the forest and escaping the ruins, I reached the nearest city. It's no use! I hear someone shout in the distance. I run towards the source of the commotion and see a floating silver-colored hedgehog. Is he lifting those tables with his mind? I look just below him, and to my surprise, Sonic the Hedgehog is on the ground, looking like he's taking a serious beating. This will end it! The floating hedgehog yells, winding up to launch a crate directly at Sonic. I can't just sit here, I have to stop him. You there with the green hair? If you think you can get in the way of me defeating the Iblis Trigger, I'll make sure you regret ever stepping foot in this town. To be continued. This silly little project was pretty fun. It does remind me of all those, Flash-era Sonic games, albeit with better controls, physics, and overall game feel. And it plays consistently at 60 FPS. But wait, there's more! We're now in some sort of Super Freaks world. with a lot of buttons in the background. This is basically a Sonic 06 scrap post, and overall better than that game. My only issue with this game, and most other games featured during this Freakjam, is the lack of resolution options. This is worse for those that only run in windowed mode. Ouch. I see you up there, Gamby Symbol. Level complete. It seems I made a wrong turn somewhere and ended up in this purple palace. Are you lost or something? I turn to see a couple of interesting looking fellas. I'm Scruffy, and this ghost-shaped fellow here is Gamby. We're on a search for our friend Tiki Man. We think Sticky's locked him up in his heavily guarded castle. I shake Scruffy's hand or whatever it is Stickman used to grab things. I offer to help find his friend. Thanks for the help. Gamby's still a bit shook from the spider maze incident, and King Quincy's off on his own adventure right now. Gamby suddenly looks concerned. The introductions may have to wait, guys. We've got company. A gigantic flame monster appears. How many flame monsters are there in this game anyway? To be continued. Again. We don't get to fight Singe. For a silly little 06 parody, this was a charming little experience. Good work, Kappa.